Yo guys, what is up? It is CallMeKarma here, and today I am on a map called Agrarian Skies. So if you're watching this, you're probably playing this map, or maybe want to start playing it, and you've started playing it, or whatever, and you realize you're really confused because you're like, to get some of the stuff, it's really kind of annoying, and it can kind of frustrate you a little bit to sort of try to figure out how to do certain stuff in the mod pack or in the map just in general. So I'm gonna basically be showing you guys a couple ways where you guys can get you guys some dirt, and just basically show you guys a couple key pointers in this map to make you guys get to my point, which I'm still not very far in this map. I've been playing it, but I do have a mob system and a couple other things. So yeah, let's get started. So the first way you can get yourself some dirt is by making a barrel, and if you're following the quest book, you'll probably have made some barrels, and you just want to stick 8 saplings in there, and then you let that compost, and eventually the byproduct is going to be dirt. So that's one way. The next way of doing this is eventually when you rack up enough wood, and I highly suggest this, eventually when you rack up enough wood, make yourself oh my god, my voice. Make yourself a mob farm, and I will make a tutorial on how to make this type of mob farm for you guys if you guys want. But basically, it's 4 8x8 platforms, and a water current pushes them, and they eventually fall. And I get most of their mob drops. So yeah, like I said, if you guys want me to make a tutorial on how to do that, I will. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, so eventually, when you guys are able to make that after farming out using saplings, you can actually compost rotten flesh, and 10 rotten flesh will make, ooh, I got a trophy. 10 rotten flesh, this is zombie noise. 10 rotten flesh will eventually also compost into dirt. And the last way I know of making dirt is using string. Now this is probably the least efficient, and if you like you guys know, if you put the silkworm on the tree, you get string. I'd rather recommend you guys just use the crooks on the leaves to get saplings and compost that into dirt. But if, I don't know, if for some reason you get a lot of string, like from your mob farm, 25 string also equals 1 dirt. So yeah, I'd say the most efficient is to either, the most efficient way, in my opinion, is to grind out getting dirt from the saplings, and eventually when you have about 11 or so stacks of wooden planks, go ahead and construct yourself a mob tower, and then start composting rotten flesh. So that's the ways I use to get dirt, and it works pretty good. But now we're going to move on to cobble. So you probably want to get some cobble. So the way that I'm using, and this is probably the most efficient until you can go ahead and get yourself an igneous extruder. And I can, I'm just too lazy. I don't really feel like crafting it. But what you want to do is you guys want to go ahead and make yourself the crucible. Now, you are going to need to, like I said, farm out the dirt in the barrels from the saplings, and then, put them in the sieve or sieve or whatever. And then, get yourself some cobble. But eventually, when you can get yourself a furnace, go ahead and get yourself the clay bucket and the cook crucible, and then you put a torch underneath it, and that will produce lava. And then with the lava, make sure you guys are careful with this, because if you put the lava in a clay bucket, eventually it will break. But you guys can go ahead and make yourself a cobble gen. So that's basically the best way to get cobble, until you can go ahead and get yourself igneous extruders. But yeah, guys, that's basically it. I just wanted to show you guys a couple key pointers to go ahead and get yourself started. So like I said, grind out saplings until you get enough cobble to make a furnace. Once you get your furnace and you get your mob farm going, you can go ahead and start composting the rotten flesh and the string and all that. And that should get you pretty much started. And then also with the bones from the farm, of course, you can get lots of food from that, which is nice. You know, extra food is not frowned upon in this map. So yeah, guys, that's basically it. The last question I want to ask you guys is, would you guys like to see me play this map as a series? If you guys are watching this, please let me know in the comments, because I was gonna originally do it as a series, but then I sort of just was like, I don't think I should. But if you guys want, I will. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, guys, if you found this video helpful, or you wanna let me or have me play this map as like a series, make sure you guys click that subscribe button. Also, if you want to play, that's basically it. Also, if it helped you, also like the video, you know, all that, whatever. I don't really care about saying any of that stuff. Whatever, you guys do whatever you guys want to do. Anyway, guys, this has been CallMeKarma, and I hope this helped you a little bit, because definitely would have been nice to know all that stuff in the beginning. And you guys hopefully won't make the newbie mistakes I made. So yeah, anyway, guys, see you guys later. Bye-bye.